Well, hello. This is Rochelle, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to share with you, and literally just kind of share with you, how I sat in the beginning of this year to set out my husband's bullet journal. Now, he's not a metro man, so I wouldn't call this a bullet journal. And the idea actually came along watching Plant-Based Bride do this minimalistic kind of journal for her husband, and my husband asking me or going through my project life and saying that he actually thinks he would like a gratitude journal. And so we sat down and I asked him, what else would you like in this journal? And he said that he would like it to have space for gratitude. He would like it to have space for a verse of the day or a verse of the month, some prayers of the month, goals. He would like it to have a place where you could kind of have an overview of the family's happenings, little things. And the more he spoke, the more, of course, it sounded like a bullet journal to me. And so I decided to do just that. And so I think setting up a minimalistic bullet journal, of course, the idea that I love, and which is something he actually said, is that he didn't want a diary with set blocks because he wouldn't necessarily use it like that every day. And so I decided that there would be no kind of daily layouts. It would be more of a notes thing, like with the Plant-Based Brides one. And then not just that he could customize it as he wanted for each kind of month. So month on month, we're giving January a try, seeing how it goes. My first page, I did one of his favorite quotes. It says, "Aspire to inspire before you expire." And then I did the stamping of these 2023 words with Versafine Onyx Black ink, and a old stamp set that's kind of got grunge and writing font and gears and stuff in that. It was an old stamp that was actually created by Yvilna Nolte, which is one of my all-time inspirations. She's just absolutely fantastic. Using a Faber-Castell clutch pencil, which of course my husband had to have one too, to just write down and kind of space out the things that I want and measure and count the dots and whatnot. For this specific journal, I'm using a Kenzel A5 bullet journal. This is locally available in South Africa from La Rochelle Crafts, and you can get yours from there. I'm very impressed with it. It's 120 GSM paper. It is ivory white, so quite beautiful and very smooth. And what I of course love about it is that it doesn't bleed. So even with all of the stamping and all of that, it didn't bleed, and so that's pretty awesome. Underneath that pocket, that's the kind of the first page stuck together with double-sided tape on the edges. I made a little pocket. I'm just going to put the key there, and then I've got a future log in. I do have a year at a glance in, and in this year at a glance, we'll do some family planning. So I did want to have some space open on the sides and at the bottom to write out, if we have any important kind of days, like, kids' camps or something like that. I used a stencil that I cut with my brother Scan and Cut on the back of an old 2022 wall calendar. That material is quite sufficient for a stencil, a homemade stencil like this. And I can actually just, when I set up my bullet journal, I took pages from it and colored it black. This outline of the year at a glance or of the calendar template, and scanned that into my brother's Scan and Cut it, and it actually worked pretty well. I'm quite impressed. So that's a lot of fun, and I will be doing that throughout the bullet journals that I'll be creating. I used some Studio Light stamp sets. I used some Ciao stamp sets with just, the kind of numbers and names of the months and days for this journal. And like I said, I just had a lot of fun setting up what we shall not call a bullet journal for my not so metro man for his gratitude, etc. So if you stick around to the end of this video, you'll see that there are photos of each layout that he started out with. There is this year at a glance, then there's a future log with a Dutch door. It's actually very funny, but yes, it has a Dutch door for, and I did 4 months at a time, so used up 3 double pages, which then adds up to the 12. Not so sure how far we'll go with that, but yes, we'll see. So there you go, first page with a quote, second page with a key and the year, and a verb or a quote, and then the family year planner, his future log then with the Dutch doors, which will have the calendar, some birthdays, and then some important days underneath. Oops, I see I missed lines. I have to fix that. And then the next one is his chilies. Those are his goals, financially, physically, spiritually. He calls them his chilies. Some space for notes for 2023, just some brainstorm ideas. And then January with his monthly goals, first of the month and prayers of the month. Then the month at a glance, which is the big calendar kind of thing. And then his trackers for January, and his gratitude log. And then January with little calendar at the bottom and space for notes. Thanks for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.